Um, this is what I believe. This is why I believe the Chiefs are going to win this game. I think coming into the Super Bowl game, Kyle Shanahan, though I've grown to have an immense amount of respect for his play calling and view him as an elite play caller in the league, I feel like in this particular scenario, Kyle Shanahan is going to come into this game playing extremely conservative, trying not to necessarily playing as Cam Newton would call Brock Purdy, playing a highly game manageable type situation. I'm talking about trying to hand it off to McCaffrey for if if not 25 plus times. Deebo Samuel throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to forcing Brock Purdy to kind of move the chains and push the ball up the field in an effort to like, hey, Brock Purdy, just don't mess it up. Hey, just don't turn it over. And I feel like as a result of Kyle Shanahan coming into the game trying to play conservative, they're going to find themselves down pretty early. And that's going to force him to have to put Brock Purdy in situations where he has to force the ball down the field. And as we talked about how elite the Chiefs defense has been, I don't see this Chiefs defense overcoming being on the road against Josh Allen, then containing the two-time, soon-to-be two-time NFL MVP on Lamar Jackson, and then crumbling and falling to Brock Purdy. I personally don't see that. And so
Yeah, if it was any indication, you know, what way that Chiefs defense was trending, I definitely think, throughout the duration of these last few weeks, I think we've seen, the Chiefs flip a switch as an organization. So, like I said, man, you get Patrick Mahomes a defense, first time in his career. He's had like a top 10 defense, and man, good
What's the
fucking luck.
Niners though? How can they win? There's always a way to win. Don't get me wrong, but like,
That,
if they win? How do you think they'll be able to pull it off?
I think the defense has to like scheme up some of the most like beautiful
Disguises.
this get
won't be
thank
enough.
like to like trap Mahomes, and at that point I don't even like.
So it's basically stopping Mahomes. That's the way to win.
But see, there used to be again. There
But you
used to be a
can't. So
time. There used to be a time where, hey, let's stop Mahomes. But you got Pacheco now. Pacheco could, like, you just projected him to win the Super Bowl MVP. So it's not necessarily a stop Mahomes. It's just like
go zone, go too many DBs on the field, we're gonna run the ball right at you. You give us man to man, I'm gonna trust my guys to go make a play in the Super Bowl like you've been trusting them all playoffs to
and
go make a play.
and
If
listen.
way or chance of winning is what you're saying.
I
That's what I'm
mean,
asking. Can they win? What's their chances, or like, what's the chance of them to be able to win? Like, so you're kind of saying they have no chance of winning. I'm
again,
not.
I
You
no
saying the
no no
Niners
no.
have no chance?
That's what I'm asking. Do you think that the 49ers have no chance of winning?
They have a chance. They made it there, and
And
so
that chance, like, I guess, like you were saying, stopping Mahomes is pretty much like the winning solution. It's proven before. I mean, but on the other hand, you had the GOAT steering the way, making sure like things didn't go wrong.
Only man that's proven that he can beat them. I don't want to hear that. Oh, well, Joe Burrow beat. No, shut up. Joe Burrow ain't beat him when it counts. Except that one time he did to go to the Super Bowl. But you saw what he did when he beat him. But my point is, I think, like you said, I think the Niners defense is vulnerable, right? It's not like that ironclad defense that you used to. And look what Patrick Mahomes did to the statistically one of the best defenses in the last 15 years, right? In
historic
the Ravens.
defense.
Historic, right? Look what he did.
And also, and here's the thing too, you go down 24-3 to the Chiefs like you did against the Lions, and that's night night. Y'all
Yeah,
not
brother,
coming
you
back.
can I'm gonna be hitting up everybody I got to bet with. Yeah, just Shine Hoy.
Would
Yeah,
say Cash App, Apple Pay,
or Apple
Venmo.
Pay. Man, no, no Venmo, but man, get me my
Yeah,
money
nah.
from.
But I really want people to pay attention to that. I really believe Kyle Shanahan is going to come out extremely conservative, playing not to lose, as opposed to really trying to push the ball and use his creativity as an offensive play caller to win the game. I see them being extremely conservative. Um, so yeah, that's how I feel about that's how I feel about the situation going into the Super Bowl, as to why I lean towards the Chiefs to win this game. Because
Javier.
As far as how they would win,
do you have any perception on how you foresee the Chiefs winning this game? What is your game script for the Super Bowl?
the Chiefs defense will be Cinderella. The 49ers be the 49ers defense. They have been pretty much carrying this team as far as they've been carrying them. And I think Brock Purdy's little magic that he's having.
Cinderella story?
No, I think that's for the Chiefs because
No,
they're
I'm
gonna be
saying, I was saying I believe that I'm alluding to your point that Brock Purdy's Cinderella story is about to end.
Yeah, because I want to make just a small chime in on that point. You said the defense has been carrying them as far as the Niners. I think it's been a contrary. I think in the playoffs, Brock Purdy has been saving their ass, right? Because the Packers ran up and down the field on on San Francisco, and they were able to make that game way closer than a lot of people thought. And then like with the Lions too, right? Lions haven't been scrubs all year. People know the Lions have been free if you actually watch football and you're not a casual. Like you would definitely see that, hey, that 49ers defense is vulnerable. And the way the Chiefs have been running the ball and been dedicated to running the ball this year, they lucky Joe Thuney, they all pro center, is hurt. Because I feel like if he really would have been healthy, man, I think that thing had a potential to maybe even get a little ugly. And you like, man, this over with no star wide receiver, man. Kadarius Toney ain't playing this week. We gonna have a chance. We gonna have a chance.
I think the same thing the Chiefs can win. I think the 49ers can win. If they find a way to make their running schemes not necessarily not so, but if they can find a way to be dominant in their running game and be able to control the pace of the game, that's the only way I can see them winning. If they can find a way to be successful in their running game, it's not going to necessarily take Brock Purdy. I say that mainly because of just like, where you nodding at, Edward?
To what you just said, like the running game, bro, I refuse to believe the Chiefs are like not saying or coming into this game as a defensive strategy saying anybody but McCaffrey. Like I refuse to believe they not about to like load the box on McCaffrey and be like,
No,
use your arm, Brock Purdy.
No, you just praised Shannon, Kyle Mc, you
Kyle
just praised
Shanahan.
on like 7 games. You praise the coach for being able to draw up schemes. It don't necessarily mean through the air. Because you got Deebo Samuels, you got McCaffrey, then you got Mitchell, then who knows, you may be able to put Kittle in the mix.
Like Kittle for sure.
So I feel like maybe behind the line, maybe short passes. Like I think the whole idea of him going out there and being a gunslinger, which is something he's technically not, which everybody expects him to be, is like you said, it's not. He doesn't need to be. And I think if Purdy stays away from like the media and is how people want him to be a quarterback to be, he'll be fine. Because at the end of the day, the real GOAT didn't really launch the ball left and right when he was time to be the guy. He was the ultimate game manager if you really think about it. Yes, he had sparks, he had greatness in him, but when it came down to winning, that's what Tom Brady did. He managed the hell out of it. He short pass, short pass, short pass, short pass. It's not an insult to him at all. It's just he wasn't out there like, I'll only make this great pass for him to catch it in the right spot. It's like, no, dude, let's march. Let's march. inch by inch, like foot by foot. So I'm looking at like short game and running is the only way I feel like they should be able to win. The moment they get in that idea of let's launch it or let's challenge on the field, that's gonna be that's gonna be the end of the 49ers chances.
So you
They
would
got-
say more so like death by 1,000 paper cuts if they gonna win.
They have no other choice because
They're
like
not gonna win off big plays and
It's not-
bombs.
they see one or two, but them going after big plays is the worst thing they can do for their team.